Well, thank you. Well, first of all, I want to take a moment as well to start by acknowledging that we are gathered here on TD6 territory. It is so important and fitting that every event we start with that acknowledgement because we have a deep commitment to reconciliation and repairing the damaged relationship through colonization as well as as a settler to this land. I always remind myself that being on this land is a privilege in a way that this land was a place for First Nations, Métis, and Inuit communities. It remains that way, but many people like me from around the world have been able to come here, build our lives, and be part of the community. And we all have a collective responsibility to lift each other up, and reconciliation and acknowledging land is part of that. So thank you so much for starting this event in a good way. I also want to thank EDLC for bringing us together. It is so important that all of us come together to think about our collective responsibility that when people leave home to go to work, that they come home safe. Losing 165 Albertans because not having proper safety at place and in workplace, or not having proper work-related health regulations in place is unacceptable. And at the City of Edmonton, we take our responsibilities very seriously through the regulations, through the collective bargaining, through the agreements that we have with our civic unions. But we can always do better, and we are committed to doing better. As a former bus driver, I can tell you that I have worked both in the private sector as a contractor, and I have also worked in a union environment as a member of ATU 569. There's a marked difference in the quality of life and the wages and benefits that you get, and also the dignity at work that you get when you're part of a collective union and labor movement. So I also want to take a moment, not only thank the EDLC, but also thank Alberta Labor, AFL, as well as Canadian Labor Congress. All of you and individual unions that are present here today, thank you so much for fighting for workers' right and always being there for them and challenging employers to do better. And that is exactly what is necessary in order to make sure that everyone that goes to work come home safe to their families, that no one dies, because every death at workplace is a preventable death. So thank you so much for all the work that you have been doing. I am here to make a proclamation, as the tradition is that we do this every year. My hope is that one day we wouldn't have to do this proclamation because hopefully one day no one dies serving their communities and providing a very important job and responsibility to building better communities. But here we are, though, because this is the reality that we face, and this proclamation is actually a reminder to pay our respect to those we have lost and the collective responsibility that we have to protect the people in the future. So I'll read this, and I'm here with my colleague, Councillor Wright, as well, right? So we will present this to EDLC. Whereas the National Day of Mourning is held to honor and remember workers who were injured or lost their lives as a result of a work-related tragedy. And whereas this important day renews our commitment to improving health and safety at work to prevent further injuries, illnesses, and deaths. And whereas we recognize those who have fought and continue to fight for improved workplace health and safety. And whereas the City of Edmonton is dedicated to providing a safe and healthy work environment for all of our employees. Therefore, I, Mayor Amarjeet Sohi, do hereby proclaim April 28 2024 National Day of Mourning in Edmonton, Alberta's capital city. Thank you. So